What's up, gamers? And what's up, Quintastic?
Wow. Are we live right now?
We are indeed live.
Nice. Hi. I'm trying to figure out why my game isn't turning on.
Cool. That's probably something we should find a solution to rather quickly, wouldn't you say?
I mean, maybe, I guess. Oh, also the game on Twitch says it's Call of Duty Warzone.
Wonderful. I think I actually have an idea why that might be. It's annoying, and it's gonna mess up the VOD.
Oh.
But I think I can go and get that fixed real quick. So give me just a second.
Do it. How are y'all today in the chat? In the multiple chats?
The multi-chat.
The multi-chat. I do love the word multi-chat, though. That's pretty dope. Welcome to the multi-chat.
Okay. That should be fixed. I don't think that it's going to cause any problems that it says the wrong game on our end. I think it should be fixed now, though, and it should be in the correct category. I don't think YouTube really does categories in that same way, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be an issue there. So, all right. Multi-chat. Let's get the like Halo voice actor.
Enter the multi-chat. my attempt at it, my failed attempt at the Halo voice announcer.
Call of Woomy is definitely the best version of that. Check. Welcome, Gamma. And what's up, Ferret PNG? And Wabbit. We've got multiple rodents in here now. We've got a Wabbit, we've got a Ferret.
Dang, we're just collecting them.
I'm sure that doesn't shoot, is that a rat, Bab, the emote that's got like a rat in its hand? Or is it like a hamster or something? And now Devi's in both chats. She's duplicating.
Power.
There it is. There are the rats. Someone get the spray. All right. It is a rat.
A rat.
All right. Let me see if the emotes show up. They do show up on screen, so you guys can see what the Twitch emotes are that we're talking about.
Oh, pog.
True. We should. There should be an ability to mod Devi on YouTube. This is like the first stream that we have done on YouTube, and so as such, you should probably mod some people. So let's see. Channel. Here we go. We'll click to this. Make sure that's muted. Cool. And now from here. Add moderator. Boom. Devi is now a moderator, just like that.
Dog.
Awesome. What's up, Yoshiyan? I told you we were gonna do it, and here we are. And what's up, Andy? All right. All the power. Okay. So we only have a single VOD review today. I was thinking for a second it was going to be a double feature, so we were going to have to go quick. But we've got a little bit more time, so I am going to first cover screen up with Cassie the Cart Cat. And
the Cart Cat.
I'm going to put in the password. This is the Bodega Cat from a place near... near Duvie, actually. This image comes from Duvie. But
Duvie Cat.
We are going to open, and there's Glitched Cactus. Welcome, Cactus. We've dragged Cactus up into our chat, and I am going to DM Cactus the password to our League lobby.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going great. How about you?
Not too bad. Been chilling.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Yeah, Devi, it might be good to have you in here. Because we've got 3 at the moment, so we will need a 4th. Ooh, Devi gets to play Albacore. That's nice. What's up, Glowstick? All right. How's it going, everybody? I wonder what kind of... Oh, interesting. So you can click to see how many viewers you have on each channel.
Oh.
I'm very curious
that's
what
cool.
kind of insights we're going to be able to get from this. Like, Twitch has some very good analytics features that tell you, you know, average viewers, unique chatters, all that sort of stuff. I wonder what kind of information we're going to be able to get from Restream here. We've never done this before. This is brand fresh, spanking new.
Hello, Debbie.
Okay, Mike had to warm up for a second, because again, I always forget to plug it in.
Well, welcome. All right, so for those of you on YouTube who are not accustomed to seeing the show, this might be, you know, your first introduction to it. The format of the show is as follows. We'll start off playing some League, because it's going to... apologies for the crinkling, by the way. It's going to take us a second to get to where, you know, people are aware that we're streaming and everything. We don't want people to miss stuff. But we'll play League until Power, and then once we hit Power, we will start a VOD review. Our guest for the VOD review is Cactus. Cactus is who we're going to be reviewing. We'll be going through a full game of Ranked that Cactus has submitted to us ahead of time, and we'll be giving them some tips, and everybody else, of course, will be taking notes studiously, because I know you're all good students here. And then, if we have time at the end, we will close out with Recess, which is just playing some PBs together.
Yeah, you're free to join those if you.
Yeah, Debbie, do you need the password or something?
No, I have it. I just had to get through the news.
Okay,
I've been swapping back and forth game cards all week, so...
gotcha. Oh, from playing Pokemon?
No, from practicing for a certain tournament that's on Saturday?
That too.
Oh, I know I've been obsessed with Pokemon, so that's for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devi has been preparing for the Sadie Hawkins Smash Doubles tournament. It is a tournament where, in order to compete, you must either be a woman or be invited to the doubles team by a woman. And so Devi has invited Taryn to play with her, and she has been practicing Smash Doubles to try and get up to speed. Taryn has a competitive Smash background, so Devi's trying to pick things up. Yeah. So that's where that's coming from. And if you want any details about that, we can happily provide those. We were repping it in OBS, because that is this weekend. It's Valentine's Day weekend.
That's right.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Tent with leader and a wall.
That is a really annoying team comp, so
Yep.
let's see what we can do here.
Okay, there's one top mid already. It looks like, I think 52's over there?
Tent is top mid. They dropped down. One left zone on the wall.
Yep,
Got
chasing
him.
me on right.
Nice.
Tent is stuck in mini. Got him.
There's two
Come on,
there.
right.
Me. One on far right. I'm gonna need help if I'm gonna fight this. I don't think
Do
we
we
need to
have
fight it.
We have a decent number of clams. Oh, actually,
We have
do.
like 10, and we have fewer now. Avery's down. We might have lost. I'm gonna back up because I think we were losing control of right.
I just need someone to come with like 2 clams. Oh shoot. Okay.
I'm gonna missile that. I can't guarantee I'll stop it, but I'm pretty sure.
Got
I
it.
can.
We're
There
good.
we go. All right. Leader is on the right side. I got sniped over the
Trey with splatter
Oh,
shot.
Leader's still in our half pipe, and they're gonna give jumps.
I
Oh, so
didn't make
close.
it. I tried.
Yeah, I saw. All right, we got to get back on defense now. Trying to bomb out basket. The leader is in our half pipe as well.
52's on
We
me with
need
all
paint. We need to not just drop in.
I got squid
I
bag.
haven't played roller in such a long time.
Your leader down.
Watch out for
I'm
ledges,
down
ledges
to
dead.
hill.
Yep.
200 basket still. Right on
Got
Jigsaw.
my hammer. Oh,
Thought this was going to be a Squid Beats video. It's just my way of using the game to get the soundtrack, you know, like Nintendo intends for us to after getting rid of Gill the Sunner.
Right again with jumps.
That leader.
Nice. There's a jump over there as well. They back
Yep.
up. There you go. I'll put a mine over here.
Two on, one on top mid. I missiled them. They'll be dropping right. There's several on right.
I got a 52. Leader's one shot. Oh dear, and there's a tent over here. I walked right into it. There are 3 on that side.
I'm down.
Oof.
QR leader, is that really what they're running?
It is a QR leader, and from how they've been playing, I definitely understand it. Hello, Hammer. Go away. I gotta jump back now.
One in our half pipe on our snipe.
Thanks, whoever got that.
No problem.
Also, Cactus Cephalus Souls tag? Question mark, question mark, question mark?
Yes, confirmed.
Heck yeah. Took my suggestion.
Got 2.
Ah,
Where are the others? Oh, one on right on me. They're coming from right half pipe, still another.
yeah,
There's
they...
another one.
Oh,
They're
that's
bouillon.
Watch out, Avery.
Yeah. I got it.
Nice trade,
Got the
though.
one. Was there a
There's 2,
jump?
there's 2. Yeah, there's 3 gonna be
I'm
in
gonna
this
flank
corner.
in from right.
Okay, I got one. It's just a leader in that corner. As far as I know.
Leader down.
There you go.
Yep, Gal spawning in, heading towards mid.
Yeah,
Nice.
Gala's on right.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna break its wall. And paint over top. Here's armor.
They
down.
dropped into their T. I'm not gonna push it too hard. I need numbers here.
I'm on top mid right now, but it's not safe. Cactus, there's 2 on you.
Yep.
2 coming from left. Leader might be able to snipe me off here, which is not a good thing.
I traded.
Oh,
I
boy.
almost got them. That
This
would've been
means
very
I
good.
must come over here. No, I didn't make it in time. Sad.
Don't die to save the clan there. We've got a pity still.
Yep.
Oh no, I didn't die to save the clam.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Cactus.
Oh, okay.
Hammer in our zone. Oh, one on me, one on me. We're not defending right.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
we're in a pickle here.
Hammer got me.
I'm kind of the only one, which I'm
Oh.
not in a place to fight.
I haven't played with this roller in so long. Ooh, wow. I'm doing great today, guys.
Good job. Claps for you.
GG's, GG's.
Jamie says, I'm not first, but I'm not last. Debbie definitely beat you by quite a bit today.
Jamie didn't cheat, so it's good.
Yeah. Jamie has
Jamie
historically
cheated 2
come
weeks in
into
a
the
row.
chat like 10 minutes before it starts to say first and beat Debbie to it. Yes, huge hype for the Direct tomorrow. The Direct is...
Oh, let's go.
that could very well be a lot of information about Splatoon. Like, we could get release date, we could get information about the multiplayer modes, like, we could get more gameplay footage that is going to get analyzed to death and teach us way more about the game than Nintendo intended it to teach us. Like,
That's
Ah.
awful.
Nintendo's intentions, yes. We'll have to come up with a tongue twister out of that.
What are the intentions?
I'm so glad
Great
that I'm off work by the time it starts. So I'm just like, okay, does someone want to watch with me so we can all just freak out in a VC?
Mhm. Release date would be enormous news. That would
It would be huge.
kick off a really big push for content creation and stuff like that. Like, that would be a really big deal. More fits, more fashion, for sure, for sure. It looks
already
like, from at least the one trailer we got, that
Oh,
all the
shoot, I'm gonna
hairstyles...
die.
Oh, there's a heavy top left. It looks like all the hairstyles are going to be, like... They're not going to be gated by gender. You're going to be able to use, like, whatever hairstyle with whatever kind of character. It didn't even look like there was actually a gender option there. Granted, you know, all of that might be, you know, alpha build type stuff that they that
Left
changes
on
in the
this. Trying to go. Oh, I got
There's
it.
one.
misled. Two on right, two on right.
Yep,
I'm
that's
misleading
one on
one.
right.
I'm cutting him off from behind.
Who's got the 5 clams? Oh, never mind. They're
Got
gonna
him.
score
Yep.
before you.
Cactus.
Nope,
Nice,
got him.
thank you.
You're good.
I had to jump over to you guys because I was getting blasted. So watch out from the left. There's a rapid over there.
One there, T.
Coming Yeah, RT is rapid.
Oh, there's another one there too. Oh boy.
I got the rapid. We've got a pretty decent number of clams with 2 down.
Nice. Yep. I'm rocking
have
7.
Heavy buff.
Oh dear.
Got him.
Yep. Nice.
Here's one.
Ah, that blaster.
Just,
Ah,
oh no.
they got me from in front. Inkjet, nice. There's another
Just
one.
the blaster.
Help on left. Help on left.
They're too
Looks
far.
like you
It's
might.
dead. Don't go for it. Don't go
Yeah,
for
don't
it.
go for it.
Blaster's gone.
There's a lot of clams
Heavy
on
buff.
our side zone.
Hit him once. Oh, there's two actually. Got one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick these up. I have 8 again. Okay, they're really guarding the left side. I got a mine splat.
Heavy's really coming after me. Nice
I
pick.
got it. Blasters on their snipe as well. Oh, I got 2 out of that. Blast.
Nice.
blaster.
Just K Pro.
Yo.
Give me two. Give me two.
Yeah. I threw
Got
this
one.
Traded it.
Oh, hello, Heavy. Heavy's on the
Unfortunate
grate.
that I didn't get to use my special, but it's just you, Cactus.
Oh, yep.
All right. Well, we got to push. That's some points.
Yeah.
That is never a bad
Okay.
thing to have necessarily.
Shouldn't have.
Oh, dear.
He
Oh, we're getting.
They're
we're getting,
pushing
we're getting
left.
flanked. Two right.
Yep.
I got one. There's another one in one of the corners.
Missling
I
left.
died
They're
to
gonna
a
push
bomb.
in from left.
I'm mummering.
Okay. There's one on our snipe.
Heavy's weak
Oh,
on
pinch
right.
that, pinch that. Cactus, go in and pinch that.
Heavy on right. Facing me. Hit him twice.
Oh, dear.
Got him.
Nice.
Blaster
Still one on
flanking.
left.
Yeah,
I'm coming in
spawn.
to attack the
Yeah.
blaster. Blaster down.
Nice.
One right. Splash-O-Matic and Pro.
On my way. One weak.
They're trying to look for a jump in. Where's the jump in? On
In
our
half pipe.
Dang it.
Oh no, Cactus.
There are
is down.
two that I'm
Got
keeping.
Under basket.
Okay, they're getting in now. I'm gonna missile them.
Got to.
Still
Good,
in
no,
half
there's
pipe.
2 others. The Rapid's got my number. I can't move up.
Got a
Nice.
shred.
I got traded with
Rapid
the
down.
in the booyah.
Nice. Okay, the Heavy is behind Cactus on their grass.
I'm gonna give this to Debbie.
Alright.
One coming left at least, probably 2.
I'm gonna give you guys armor.
One right. Nice.
Dropping on rapid. Out.
Booyah's gonna probably come to us. Top mid 1.
Good pick
I
on the
got it,
Heavy.
I got it.
Nice,
They're
nice.
2 down.
One
Oh,
rapid left half pipe
Rapid,
and one left zone.
Rapid is damaged.
It's just Cactus there.
Other rapid. Yep.
Nice.
Nice, thank you.
I'm on my way.
Following up more armor.
I'm currently fighting the Heavy. I'm marked.
They're not watching. I'm jumpable.
Jumping. In.
All right, that's lead anyway.
Action.
I probably could have
I'm
missiled
dead to
before
a
I did
rapid.
I'm here. I'm putting them in.
Nice.
that. We're out of clams at this point.
Trying to get out. I couldn't. There's 2 left. half
Rapid
pipe.
coming left. Careful, Avery.
Okay, we need
Push is dead.
right. We need right half pipe
Yep,
guard. There's
watching
someone
right,
already
watching
there.
right.
There's someone already there. Rapid's coming left, which I'm gonna keep an eye on here.
Okay,
They popped armor. Heads up.
I'm on my way. Okay,
I got
Rapid's down.
Rapid's down.
There's 3 right. 3 right.
You're right.
Yeah, I see on the ledge, trying to get fall off, putting mines down.
Heavy's gonna get pushed out here. They're flushed.
Watch out, booyah bomb. Just paint. through
Heavy's
the booyah
down.
bomb.
I'm down to booyah.
Two of them
Down to
there.
Inkjet.
I don't have a charge.
They need to get both of those in to win.
Yeah, they're going to.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because
Dang.
I didn't have a charge and there was an inkjet on my face. I could not do anything in that situation. I tried to at least trade with one, but either way, if I traded, both clans would go in, so it's just a loss for me.
Mm.
Splatoon 3 abolish gender. Looks like they did. Looks like they got rid of gender entirely. It does not exist. Expecting to focus on salmon runners. Fooled you guys. There's no more PvP. It's now Only Salmon Run. Yeah, no. Salmon Run is very cool, and I hope that they bring it or something very similar to it back. Oh, hey, Nightbot's still doing things. That's neat.
Yeah. Oops, all salmon.
Extremely weird. You seem to be better than me in team play by like a mile, and yet seem things harder for you than it is for me. So, are you saying that our opponents seem more difficult? We are playing, for context, Avery's at maybe like the B rank level or so, and then Devi and I both play competitively, and Cactus is on a lower level competitive team than Devi and I have been on.
Yo,
so it's
man.
a little bit of a spread of skill levels represented here, but
I'm going
that's all
against
good.
the superior Hydra guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
We're just hanging out
Just
for the time being.
Out Hydra them.
I accidentally fell off
I
the
got
ledge.
2 on left, GooTuber and Doolies.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
one chilling on
Doolies went
right.
mid.
Careful about peeking through mid, because Hydra was there last I checked.
Okay, there's 3 in mid.
Marking
GooTuber's
armor.
there as well.
Okay, Hydra's coming over right
what?
bridge.
GooTube's behind box.
They're not
okay, I
really
pushed 2 back.
pushing yet.
No,
2
they're
in
not.
mid. I might be able to flank mid.
Uh-oh.
Got one.
Shoot, I got
Another
stuck.
one in mid. Alright, like the ink jets. Might be
There's
able to
someone
get
on the left
something
bridge.
off of that.
Left bridge corner.
Oh, Hydra splashed downed me, and I missed my shots.
Oh, got dualies on me back here.
Is that double splashdown?
Yeah, I
Triple
think so.
splashdown? It's triple
I don't
splashdown.
remember what the vanilla GooTube has.
I'm pretty sure that's the splashdown one and not the inkjet one.
I can't remember. Who's got the climb right now?
I
Cactus,
do.
Give it to me. Give it to me so you can be free up front.
Okay, it's all yours.
Here's armor.
Oh.
Oh, and that's a GooTuber.
Right.
Yeah.
That is the splashdown GooTuber. Armor saved your life. Armor saved your life. I gave you armor just before that happened.
Yes.
I got 3. I got 4.
Right.
Go.
8. I got 12.
We are gonna need to find a way in.
Yeah, but okay, Hydra's on left side big wall.
Where's on right?
Someone's
Where's on
gonna
right?
jump over mid.
That
Okay.
armor.
There's
Alright.
3
The armoring?
left,
3
1
left
right.
and 1 right. I'm gonna
Take
missile the
the
2 that
right
dropped
side.
left, and I'm gonna start pushing into that.
Just watch out for that Hydra.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to
They've
get
fallen
that
down.
Hydra with the-
I'm pushing
I
ramp
hit-
now.
Okay, I've hit both dualies once.
Got one.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Good
shit,
pick.
On.
Hydra. Avery, do you have a chicken with that, right?
We're in.
Throw it over their snipe.
Hydra's out of charge for now.
Okay, we need to try to get some other push
Yeah,
in
we
here.
gotta-
I got sniped.
We gotta push somewhere there. Alright. I'll save this. Actually, I'm just gonna throw this back.
Ah, Sag.
Cactus died.
Yep.
Ow.
Hydra on left bridge.
Yeah,
Excuse
the
me.
left bridge got me. I didn't see it go left bridge in time. I went for the clam and it got me killed.
GooTuber is literally just sitting here watching me.
Yeah, we need someone to take right flank pressure. Get behind him.
Oh, that's a
Over our
splashdown.
short bridge. Got the
Yeah.
dualies.
Dead.
I got 2.
One on glass and then one underneath basket.
Underneath the
basket is weak. Traded. Hydra still
Nice.
glass.
I can't aim.
Got him.
They-
Cancel
they get the
splashdown.
jump. They missed.
Nice.
They
The
missed.
basket was up. Avery, do you know how to do the jump over onto their right?
The jump over to the right mid.
I got sniped. Okay, we'll have to show you that because this is something that you'd be really good with.
This is a really bad fight
Ah,
to take.
trying to get GooTuber.
They got
Who's
us
got
on
me in
left.
mid?
They're trying to make a basket, or not a basket, a ball. They're gonna score twice. I got 1.
Okay, got one. Probably can't get this jump in time. Hydra's right side. Hydra weak. Got him.
Okay, Avery, I want you to watch me, alright? Once I get this GooTube
Ah,
out of the way.
dualies on left.
Never mind.
Sorry.
One on me, dualies. They got me mid.
Yeah, they're going.
They're coming across short bridge.
I know, we have no one there but me.
Nice stop. Yeah, good job bombing the Hydra out. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the shots.
I'm over on their side. Avery, I want you to jump to me.
I'm jumping deep.
Okay, and I want everyone else to get clams and come forward here. Cause I got the Hydra.
Good pick.
Dooley's got me though, they just shoved me
Right.
forward. Avery, I want you to stall on that side as much as possible, throwing bombs and just staying alive using those walls for cover. Because you can reach over top of those ledges. Okay, you tried.
Oh.
I'll give you that.
A prep?
Yes.
They're coming across short bridge again.
Yeah.
Good pincer.
Dang.
Not
I
enough
got
people there though.
I got sniped. I had no angle where I was. I missed. And our clam's dead though. That's the problem.
Dang.
Man, I would have had the Hydra too. I wanted more KA.
So yeah, on that far right side, there's that ramp, Avery, that's just kind of
Yeah.
there. You can jump over that to get to the other side. And that's really
Okay.
key for brushes to take. Because it makes them look another way. Because you kind of have a free straight line over there if you were adding pressure. Like you can just kind of peek up above the wall, throw a bomb, or like play under that ledge and like flick your brush upwards. And it's like ledge dangerous to whoever's trying to attack that, especially to a Hydra or a Gootuber. They actually have to come down to you if they want to splat you. In this case, they had bombs, but you're able to move around down there to avoid the bombs. So yeah, that kind of down space is you're covered because those weapons aren't great at aiming straight down, and they just go right into you. So that kind of stalls and helps us come forward. Or if you find it's wide open, you can just run with your brush and go forward and be like, "Hey, bring clams, and we can score."
Okay. Alright. I'll keep that in mind.
Babs writing all of the clickbait in chat. This team won with a what comp? I'm not actually going to go and say that the comp was good, by the way.
No.
It's off meta.
All right. Unfortunately, I have to take the blanket off here because it's causing too much static electricity and it's making weird, like, you know how a rain stick sounds when you like turn it over? Those like sticks that are full of beans, and then you turn them over and it makes that sound. It's making that
called a
with my
rain stick?
headphones because the static electricity is messing with the cord going to my headphones. It's very weird.
Well, that's not good.
All I can think of is
I
just
mean,
the
it's
weird, like,
not damaging anything. It's just
No,
making
it's
sounds that
just
aren't supposed to be
annoying.
there. Jamie's back with food. Pog, we love food. Food is good.
Food is pog.
All right. What game are we on right now?
Wait, what game are we playing again?
4, I think. Is it 4? 3 or I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Ninja Squid 52 with tenacity. So that means they're gonna get Booyah's charged whenever someone's down.
So, reminder: the VOD review will start once we get power here. For those who are unfamiliar with the stream.
Ah. Gallon, right?
I'm missiled, yeah.
Okay, I'm backing up because I'm gonna get flanked on left.
Left side.
Yep.
Some brush over there.
Brush down.
Nice.
2 down there.
Got him.
Nice.
Nice paint. They have a... Okay, someone's... Oh, that's a brush. Okay.
The armor.
There's a beacon on the far left half pipe. If you guys go that way, make sure you get the beacon.
Yeah.
There's only one on left. I'm gonna rush them and
Oh
see
no,
if I can.
I'm not a
draw it.
Vincon on snipe. No, and there's someone pushing me. Oh my lord.
Hot
Good job.
basket, got one.
Nice.
I'm down. I'm not sure if we get anything more in off that. It's just cactus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try it
See
now.
Cactus can, yeah.
Got the beacon.
They were
I've got
prepared.
I've got 5K. There's a 52 on top mid, or not mid. Back there's T, and then there's a brush trying to go right.
Yeah.
There's two trying. Okay, they're
They're all
shifting.
kind of backed up a little bit. Just paid for specials. One their T.
Yeah, I got brush.
Nice pick.
I have 5, by the
Are
way.
they waiting for like a jump or something? Oh,
That
you're
was on
Dynamo.
left.
I don't know.
Yeah, Dynamo's just kind of chilling there.
Okay, I have 9.
Yeah, they're just waiting for us to run at them is what's happening.
Okay, well, can we... Oh, no, they
Oh,
jumped.
they flew over,
They
yeah.
jumped.
I got one.
They jumped.
Oh,
They jumped.
Someone win our grass.
yeah, we've got to always have someone watching right. If we don't have someone watching
No, it
right,
was
that's
our
going to
grass.
happen.
There was nothing on the right.
Yeah, they
The
just kind
point
of
was from
walked
the
over.
left.
They had to have walked because it's all painted over
Yep.
now.
Yep.
There's still one here, still one here.
Yep.
On Jigsaw. Hit him
I
twice.
marked brush. I got brush.
Oh, man. I'm going to flank around.
Wanna armor that? Oh,
Nice.
I guess not.
I'm going to throw this
The armor
back.
still came out though. I have 9.
Nice.
I don't. If I drop this or here.
Oh, there's one on
Avery-
left. Hit him twice.
Oh, I
Traded?
killed 2 times. Okay, give me. I don't want this. Give me yours.
Okay.
And
I don't
just
like
follow
your
Hawk
clam.
Cactus. Nice.
Ah, bomb placement.
Got one.
It's like 2 on right.
There's. Yeah. If you guys.
Missling.
Get in,
Let's
down.
try and get in on left. I might die to bomb. I'm good.
I got jet.
Okay, jumpable. I'm dead.
I missed. The dynamo flick was right in my face.
Got the brush.
Okay, careful there, Avery, because they're gonna start pushing
Yep.
back.
I'm coming back.
An armor.
Okay. Someone else watch right. I
Got
think
mid.
I'm going to be the most helpful here on the left.
Alright, I'll watch right.
I got one.
I'm gonna try. Brush coming right. Nah,
Got
didn't get
the
him.
brush, but I couldn't save you.
Nice.
I have 4. We have 9 clams in total.
I'll have a
There
few in a
are
sec.
3 under their basket. Brush is gonna come up on top of me and drop down. Yep.
An armor. Ah, popped on right.
Okay.
Missling
Avery
2.
Can... Oh, never mind.
I'm
The
down.
gal's rushing
They
right.
rushed left.
Oh, gals. Okay. That took me a second to process.
Oh, brush got me.
Still one left
Oh,
grass.
Should be shredded. Nice.
Yep, we got it.
One RT. They're gonna back up.
I heard a
No, they're
beacon
just gonna
thing.
save it back
Okay,
here.
watch
Okay,
our,
go.
watch our T.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Here, you want me to take it?
No, but if you can push up this way when I clear the wall.
Got him.
Nice.
One dropped
There's a
behind me,
wall
but I think I
on
got
the
An
it.
armor.
I am jumpable.
right. Okay, I'm like right here too, by the way.
Just brush behind you. Nice.
Thank you, Dynamo
There's the brush.
hitboxes.
I
Oh,
just need a few. Oh no, Avery's.
there
the
are
only
way
one.
too many down there for me to get in.
Nope.
Well, we have to try. It's almost
Yep.
game over.
Avery's trying to inkjet. Inkjet as forward as possible, Avery.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still have my ancient.
Hello to all of the people who have joined in this
Yeah,
time.
scream for re-
Appreciate having you here.
I actually gotta shrink my other window because the other chat's got a lot of people in it too.
Mhm.
This game 4. We're a little slow on it today.
They're taking some time. Slow burns.
Yeah, I guess maybe the games are lasting longer than usual. They're like getting drawn out to the end. No KOs.
Yeah.
Okay, settings. Really like K-Shot. It's just a solid all-around weapon. I end up playing a lot of it because it slots well into a lot of different team comps. It's not the only weapon I play. I like the T-Tech better, so I play that whenever I get the opportunity. And I play a lot of K-Pro as well when it fits the comp, but K-Pro is really ink hungry. Inkjet is kind of situational. I don't like it for every map mode. So a lot of the time I just end up playing K-Shot, and so that's probably what I have the most ink on right now. I jinxed it. Devi, you ready?
Almost.
Okay.
Squishy.
Yeah, we'll just keep. Hecka. Hecka, why?
What did Hecka do?
Take a look at the typo.
The typo? He just typed OMG, that's all I see.
You don't see the other one that says held a message for a reason?
No.
Oh, so it was Twitch moderation catching that then.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't see that
Actually,
from Restream chat. I will see that from Twitch.
Oh. So I guess I've literally got all of the things where I look at all the auto mod held messages.
Yeah, that might be something we have to figure out how we're gonna deal with.
So this
2 left.
is the ramp you were
Just
talking
like
about.
3.
One coming into mid. I hit him a bunch. Doolies in mid. Weak. There's 2 in mid. 2 in mid.
Yeah, there's
Nice.
2
One
in-
more.
Got
One more.
one.
I hit him. Nice.
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 And then there's
Good
one
fight,
by
good
me.
fight.
Got it. That's 3 down.
Okay. I have 7.
I splash.
There are a bunch of clams. Throw some clams at me. Okay, so we're going to need to fight our way in here. I'm gonna pop armor, and then I'll try and like bait someone out to stopping me.
Got
Good
one.
job.
There we go. That's nice.
Rated with one.
This is gonna be beautiful.
Nice. Missing the one
There's
left.
another one glass. Got him.
Keep getting more clams.
I got some more.
Nice. I'm still in
Ah,
position.
traded. Drop my
I'm
clams.
down.
Nice.
I dropped my clams.
Oh,
Matt,
dang.
why are you meowing? Why?
Nope.
Why do you
The
do
meow?
these cat things?
Charge!
It cut off most of that, so I don't know what you just yelled.
I am
It
three.
sounded like you just said adjourn.
Three of them just chased me into a corner, and I'm like, I ran out of charge. No.
One dropping right. Got him.
Nice. There
I'm-
is
Bomb
one
rush on right.
coming
Yeah, one far and last, one far
Oh,
and right.
yeah,
This is one in mid.
The bombers fell in the water.
Stingray's on me. Oh, I might die to that. Trying not to. Trying my best not to. Okay.
Here's armor. I'm gonna try and push in from this side. See what we can get
Oh.
going.
Lovely
Push snipe if
plan.
you
Got
can.
one.
Jet watching me.
It won't be for long. Okay. Jem, watch your right.
Missiles
I'll
on
watch
2.
Oh, I got a clam. I didn't even know I picked the.
I got it
clam.
in. I don't know if that's worth it or not. Nice.
Oh, one more.
Got one.
Alright. Having 3 power clams is usually bad, but if they don't kill
Oh, dear.
you, then it works.
Oh,
Eh?
jeez. I am getting run
Ah,
down like crazy
bad aim.
here.
They're just like ignoring me.
Good. Left side mid, 2.
I'm gonna drop in left and then pinch into mid. Push mid. Nice. That's one down. Another one on me.
Another.
That got completely around me.
There's short bridge, got
Good
2.
job.
One's going big wall, Jem. Or not Jem,
Oh, yes.
Avery.
Did I make it? I made it.
Oh, there's 2 here. Got one. I'm
Boink.
down. There we go.
Got it.
Perfect.
Let's go.
I was like, if that
Nice.
zap takes one more step forward.
That was a fast one.
Nice work.
Yeah, I just walked that in. I'm just gonna go in from this side and then go over clam on in there. I'm very close to getting rank 19.
Hooray.
Wonder what unlocks at that level. Avery, were you ever here when I was going over all the weapons that unlock at each level, like which ones you should be looking at? I don't know if you were here for that part of the
but
stream.
it sounds like it was a long time. I remember something like that, but I remember it like at the first few times I was on Squid School, like a long time ago.
Gotcha. Okay, I can give you some recommendations for like level 19 if you want.
I'll take it.
Ooh, that's when you unlock the Luna Blaster. Avery might like that. Avery's all about the ambush weapons.
Yeah. I've been trying out the.
It just doesn't have
I think
a chicken,
the
though.
N-Zap. That is true. I have to do chicken weapons.
Unfortunately, you unlock no further chicken weapons at level 19.
Oh. Are there any more weapons that have like the chicken barrage? Oh, wait,
That's
for the
There are
special?
2 of them, I think. The light tetraduli's got one on left. There's another
That's
one.
3
here.
now.
No, they're 3 down.
The last one's left zone on the wall.
I got
And
7
one's
clams.
top mid.
On the wall.
I have 9.
They're balling.
What the baller?
I think it's just
I got
the
a
light
clan.
tetradulis and the
Someone's coming
carbon
behind you
deco.
guys. Roller's coming behind you guys.
Yep, got him. Oh no!
Oh no, I traded.
By the way, I'm stalling on the left if you haven't noticed. Or right. I don't know directions.
Oh, that's a booyah on me.
Oh, every time for me, Debbie. I can blame it on my dyslexia though.
I got a double.
It's just one
Nice.
left. I don't know where they are. Might be respawning. Good job.
Gather clams and come in.
Alright, missing 3 of them.
Being dropped on. Hello. I got 2. Baskets up. Gather clam. Someone below.
One on
me.
your right
Hello.
zone.
Rush.
Got him.
Nice.
Are you still holding basket?
Yep.
I'll just run in. Okay, we're in. Unjumpable.
Follow up.
Where'd they come in from?
Rush down.
Oh,
Not the roller, that was just in mid.
yeah.
One dropping hill.
man, that
Or jigsaw.
Oh,
Hit him a bunch.
dang.
Nice.
Flash, flanking behind you guys.
We're gonna
Oh,
need
thanks.
clams if it's gonna be worth it to hold there.
I traded with the slosh. Yeah. I can't go get them. I'm in a dominant spot there, so.
Roller
guys want
coming
to
from
get
behind
it?
you. Jump out if you can.
Or.
We're pushing basket.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I shot your back, Cactus. No.
Got one.
My bad.
Oh, that brush was following me all the way
Got
from.
Alright, that gives us
roller.
a,
The
gives
other
us a
one's right
whole
zone.
clam.
They're going up the top mid, I think.
Missing 3 of
They
them.
actually backed up to their jail somewhere and then went left, or their teeth.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
2 or
they're
3
on
on
one.
left.
I'm on right side right now.
Okay. I'll try and get their attention in mid, and then maybe you can get some crossfire.
I've distracted too. Oh, the roller's looking at whoever's in mid now.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, friends. I got a double. This is gonna be 3.
Oh.
That's not 3. Payback.
That's death.
I definitely thought I could make it around the wall.
Yeah, I'm
on
missing
time.
him.
There's like one at their spawn.
Buckets on me.
Ah,
Were you juggling power climb?
yeah, I was.
There's a bucket on the right I have to jump away from.
The juggling worked for so long, and then that brush just kept trying.
Rollers on left. They're just running.
Yeah, just
I'm
get
fine.
control of mid. They have a way through on
There's-
right.
On the, yeah,
I'm
I'll go
down.
back right. Oh, there's a
Mid.
lot here now. This is bad.
Fallen. Yeah,
I
this is
did
bad.
splat one. I don't know how, but I did.
That was gonna be a
One's
trade.
through, yeah.
Oh yeah. Try not to chase them with the power clam.
Noted.
Oh, traded.
Good job.
One more, 2 more. Just one more on B.
Yeah,
They-
he's laying back.
They've actually pushed mid twice. They haven't even tried taking the right.
Roller down.
Mid again, mid again, mid
I
again.
hit him a bunch.
There you go. Oh, Bucket's on me. Hello, Bucket. We're just gonna have a war, aren't we? Oh, dear.
Battle to the death.
Thanks, Cactus. Oh, they're just right here.
Wait, where is
I can
everyone?
get this.
Mid-
Oh
That's
my
fine.
god, I just ran myself over.
I'm in a solo game. Where?
They're
where
under.
am
I don't know.
You got EDC'd. That's what happened.
Oh,
Bad.
that's what happened.
Got one.
The
Just a
communication
slosh.
error has occurred. Oh no.
Rush down. Slosher weak. Going down. Slosher down.
It's alright, we still have leads, so just... I'll stay right guard permanently. You guys add pressure left.
Absolutely.
Just, if they're coming mid, let me know. If I don't see it. Rush is here.
One dropped right. Got him a bunch.
Got
Nice.
it. 2, they're T. I hit 1 once.
Got the roller.
Bucket might come to me right away. Yep, that's what's happening. I'm dead.
Traded it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
They didn't have a clan.
That bucket just... Okay, the bucket and I had a war 4 times that match. Just a 1v1 war. So it was going for me.
Oh, lovely. So yeah, we need some YouTube moderation is what I'm noticing here.
I couldn't... I
Yeah.
saw it, but I couldn't get it during the match.
Well, the DC helped me out in that sense. Yeah, am I a moderator on here?
Alrighty. I am going to Avery, put something in the YouTube chat,
Yes.
and then we can get you added to that. So right now
Is
it's not as many people that we have on moderating there, since this is the first time that we've done YouTube before.
Yeah.
I saw it. I just couldn't do anything mid-match.
All right, there's that. So we got rid of that. Cool. Forever missed the Cookie Luna. Cookie still pulls out the Luna from time to time. It's not gone. Alrighty.
Not using it as much lately, even on its dominant map mode.
This will be the last league match, and then we're going to go on to the VOD review with Glitched Cactus.
Ooh.
Let's go.
So I fixed my windows so I can actually like fully look at both chats at the same time.
Yeah.
Yo, Ash? Is that Ash, the Pokemon Master? Who would glitch a cactus? Who's hacking a cactus? Cactus, how do you respond?
Yes.
Understood.
Photosynthesis.
Perfect.
I don't know why that reminds me of like this one conversation I had with like a group of people. It was like, so what does a glitch cactus taste like? I was like, imagine pop rocks but painful. There you go.
Oh.
Spiky
Nice.
pop rocks.
Yo,
Yes.
it's Mark.
Ooh.
Bo Squidly is up there as one of my favorite Splatoon tags.
Mhm.
I've seen them before.
Avery, that flaming Q that you have on like the YouTube thing, I had the flaming
Yeah.
S for a profile for the longest time.
Oh, Herpaderp Ash is
I
Jamie.
used it.
I see.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Yeah, I've had the flaming cube for like years and years.
Well, once I figured out what my gamer tag actually was, it's no longer an S. Alright, so the Hydra's on big wall right now.
3 on top right.
Okay.
Armoring 3 on right. Or missiling, sorry. Wrong weapon.
I'm
I
gonna
got one.
I'm gonna armor my enemies, make it harder.
Extra difficulty? This game's too easy.
Nice.
I don't have any ink. Do we have clams?
We
I have
don't
9.
We have like
Ah,
enough
who needs
split
them?
between us, but we weren't able to consolidate because we were coming from
Got
two
one.
different directions.
Ah!
Nice.
Nice.
Stole
no,
another
I
clam
wanted
in
to jump
street.
into you.
Yeah, don't jump in. Don't jump in. We got what we needed. I stayed
Blob,
still
blob,
for too
blob,
long.
Yes. I got the blob.
Nice.
I got
Blop,
both
blorp.
squiddly.
Good to meet you, Jane.
Missing 2 in mid.
I got one. Right
Nice.
side one is the jet with the clam. Blob and Hydra, I think, are on left. I don't have sights on the Hydra, though, so... Right now, just Blob. Oh, there's the Hydra.
Oh, Hydra in mid.
Hydra
Ah!
behind their snipe. Yep.
Pushing it.
There's a bomb.
Got the Hydra. Thank you. Got one. Good jump.
I died to Blob.
Putting some of those in.
I'm down from street, the right-hand side.
Yeah. Avery, you got that
Two
one
there.
for sure. You can get...
Blobs. I got
Oh,
this traded with the block.
you did. You did.
Couldn't do it.
Let's go, Cactus. Let's go. Woo.
Clap, clap.
Alright, so they got a bunch of clams with them.
I don't know how I'm alive. I'll
Mid
take
with
it though.
me. Oh, I should not have traded that. I literally did a 180 with my controller and then my hand turned back and I'm like,
Blob
nope,
is
I
left
didn't
mid.
finish it.
See if we can push him.
Ooh, that's a good
All right, let's back off a little bit. Stay over here now.
Yep, they got armor.
There's one backside of mid.
Hydra
somewhere
right.
with the wall.
Missing 2.
Okay, Cactus, is a pro behind you that I'm gonna try to get out of your way. I got him.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can we get in on left?
Ah!
Maybe?
Doesn't look like.
I
I'll
drove
try
mid
and
road.
draw their attention with the 2 power clams here.
Yeah, jump.
Hydra got me. We needed to distract them or something.
They're pushing that on our side. Nice.
There we go. Nice. I'm gonna go after the one that's in our base, or they're not in our base. They're on right. They're
No.
just out of position. Just score.
Let's
yeah.
toss those in real
game.
quick.
Nice, that's game.
Nicely
Cool.
done.
Well done, my friends. Well done. Very good.
Part of me wanted to do an accent back, but I just like was thinking about it in my head, and I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna come out how I want it to.
We're just gonna not. We're just gonna not.
See, that's the part where you don't tell us.
I know. Then it would have definitely been content, but I'm like,
For content.
For the
Do
greater
it for the
good.
content. For the greater good. All right.
1996.
So we're gonna take just a second and switch over to VOD review mode. And oh, looks like there's a little bit I have to set up to make sure that that's happening, but just give me a second and we'll be there. So GlitchedCactus is our VOD reviewee, and they're playing the Zap 89 like they were in a lot of the League games. In the VOD review we're going to be doing here, I've almost got it up on screen. There's that. Boom and boom. So now we should be able to see that and all of chat and everything. And
sharing on Discord?
I'm going, yep, that's what I was about to just do. I'm on top of things today.
And nice. Very good.
All right, there's that. Okay, so Cactus, you should be able to see the video that I'm sharing.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Okay. And then Avery, you good to be checking chat and whatnot?
Sure am.
All right,
I'm watching as well.
getting started then. So this is
Very
on
good, yeah.
Kelpdome, Kelpdome Zones. So this is a really annoying map mode because of how enormous the zone is and how it is really, really difficult for any weapon to paint even 50% of it from any one position. There's not really a great way to be able to cap on your own. You really need to be able to push in as a team and force them all out and have at least like one person on each side painting them. And top mid also counts as paint. So it's something you almost never see in competitive play just because the zone is so difficult to overtake and like really easy to stall. So anyway, we've got, let's take a quick look at our weapons here. We've got very short range comps on both teams. The longest ranged weapon in the game is a foil flingza, but everything else is like N-Zap range or less. So it's going to be a lot of close quarters combat, and what that's going to do is put your combat movement to the test, which is something that I definitely want to highlight about this match. One thing that I do want to point out as well, that we've done a VOD review for Glitched Cactus, I think it was back in like October. It was a few months ago. And at the time we were doing a lot of talking about situational awareness, map checking, and things like that. In this match, I don't think you open the map at all, question mark. So that's something that we'll want to keep, focusing on. Like, I won't be talking quite as much about it because we've already talked about it in the previous VOD review, but realize that that is something pretty substantial that we'll want to keep as a goal from the last time. I like to, you've seen maybe in the How to Get Out of Ranked videos, I like to track my goals where if I'm doing well at something now, if I've fixed an issue in my play or something, I'll replace it with another goal, another thing to focus on. But I'll keep it on my list of goals until such time as I think I'm pretty much done with it. And this is something that I would say, yeah, let's keep that as a goal still. Be map checking more, be using that information more. But we'll talk a little bit more about the fights that you're going to be taking today, because it's a challenge that tends to be more of something that you need to know as a short range fast weapon, because that's how you're going to be able to worm your way into somebody else's range, using your movement, using your quick decision making, your reflexes. And that's something that we'll want to be talking about here a little bit. Decision making is a part of it, but a part of it is also just building habits and muscle memory, and we can talk about all of that when we get there. So we're rolling out, and you don't do a map check. Now, it is, probably safe to assume that they're going to be heading for the zone one way or another, but especially on this map, it's really useful to know what direction they're coming from. Because if they're coming from right, that means you need to take a completely different cover from if they're coming from left, or if they're coming from the middle. If there's two coming from different directions, you need to not be where those two players can pinch in and, get and flank you. So, especially on the rollout where you're doing this automatic, I'm just going to paint my way into the middle of the map here sort of mode. At the beginning here, you need to be checking the map and making sure you know where you're going to have to look for your first opponents. So we get here, and it looks like we're trying to take control of top mid right now, and so you're painting up the walls here. I think if you're going to try and push up to top mid right away, you might not want to spend the time painting like both sides of this wall. You might just want to go up as soon as you've got one part of it painted if you're going to play the aggressive start. Because you're kind of painting this side wall here, and yeah, it's a useful wall to have painted, but if you need to beat someone up to the top of the top mid here to be able to win a fight, you might need to be moving quicker than that. Here, okay, let's talk about this fight. So you don't spot this guy until right now, and you're already up over the top. It's kind of difficult to kind of notice this right away and react to it. Just because it came up so fast, and you didn't check to see if there was someone going up there, so you weren't watching for it. At this point, you're in a range where this player's weapon can definitely beat yours. Brushes have a very fast kill time. So in this case, you're going to be able to trade it back here because your teammate goes down first. But if this player had been going after you, they would have been in your range, or in range to hit you, I should say, and they could have gotten rid of you before you could have splatted them. So your reflex probably should have been to drop off of top mid instead of staying in that fight. And this is kind of a recurring theme that I'll be talking about a lot as this game goes on. You stay in a lot of fights that you should not be trying to take. There are a lot of fights where you're in their range and you don't have to be, where they splat faster than you and you're still trying to fight them. Another factor that we're going to see very shortly is walk and shoot syndrome. I talk about it in the How to Get Out of Ranked video. There's a lot of that on display here, and I'll talk about a number of different reasons why that's not going to work out once we see a good example that I can point out to you. So there's one of them. So there's a roller down here, and granted, your focus is probably taken up by this guy. Like, I don't blame you for that, but they are on your screen for a while here. And you do start to shoot over here, probably because you've seen them. But remember, this is a roller, so they're going to splat faster than you. What you need to be doing is, if you're going to engage on this, you want them to either be swinging at someone else, which is not as reliable because they could just, a lot of good players will look like they're aiming one direction, especially on like a dynamo, and then suddenly snap to you like a charger will, and try to bait you into thinking you can go in time. So that can be unsafe. Or the other way to do it is you wait until they've missed a shot, and then you go in, knowing that it's going to take them a bit before they get another shot out. The fling's a roller.
Question.
Yes?
What rank is this being played in?
That is a good question, actually. I don't think
This is S. Oh wait, Splat Zones. No, it's like beginning X rank. So I just turned into X rank.
Okay, so this is X rank.
Cool.
Because I couldn't actually tell from the end screen. It ends before we see the KAs and stuff at the end, so we don't know for sure. Anyway, X rank is what we're thinking this is. So, fling's a roller. The horizontal swing is basically identical to, I think it is completely identical to the splat roller. It's very short range, but it's relatively quick, and it one-shots. The vertical, though, is much more similar to the dynamos. It's not exactly the same, but it is still very long range, and it one-shots from a lot further away. At this range, with no cover, it's not safe to take the fight unless you're hitting your shots right away. They have to use a vertical flick to hit you, but with the number of shots you have missed before drawing a bead on them, they have time to get that vertical flick out, and that's what happens here. So as soon as you miss your first few shots, what I would be doing is trying to duck behind mid here and get cover so that they can't hit you anymore. Because at that point, your weapon is just outmatched by their longer range weapon that kills faster. Another thing that I want to point out is the way that you're taking this fight here. So we're going to slow this down a little bit. Okay, so go up. So look at just, let me back it up about one more second. Look at the number of shots that you are taking in this engagement. So you don't actually even stop firing after fighting the brush. You turn your weapon over to here, and you hit one shot out of maybe the 10 of those there. So, I mean, part of that is like, sure, you could be aiming better, but one of the things that happens when you just hold down the ZR button is your aim RNG gets messed up. The longer you're firing any shooter weapon, the worse your accuracy is going to be. Secondly, you don't really know exactly where this player is, and we can tell because of where you're aiming at as you come around here. So you see like a little bit of a ripple, and you know they should be somewhere around here, but you're kind of just waving back and forth. Like you aim all the way over to here before you realize that they're in this location, and then you try snapping back to them. And then you overcorrect, and you come back and overcorrect in the other direction. So what's happening here is you definitely don't have your aim set while you're taking this fight. And so a drill that you should be doing in the practice room is when you snap to a target from, being off of that target, you want to be aiming directly to the target and not going past it, so that'll help with the overshooting. You also want to not fire until you have your aim on the target. For one, RNG reasons. Two, in a situation where the opponent doesn't know where you are, you're going to alert them by shooting at them. So that kind of ruins your stealth. You get the exclamation mark above your head like it's Metal Gear Solid, and all of a sudden all of the enemies are on you. Also, the longer you spend firing while not hitting them, the more time they have to line their shots up. So for all of these reasons, what you should be doing when you miss shots, when you try to snap to a target and then miss, is not just hold down the ZR button and try to get your aim on. What you should be doing is recognize that you're missing, and within a very short amount of time since you've realized that you've missed, you swim strafe in one direction or another. You move. You throw off their aim so that the shots that you missed don't give your opponent advantage over you, so that they're still stuck reacting to what you're doing instead of having time to draw a bead on you. So I'm going to show you really quickly. I've shown this before, but I'm going to show you some drills that I personally do to help with aim. And if anybody, thinks that there's something they'd like to add to it, that would be great. But I'll just hop in here with the N-Zap. So what I'll do is I'll stand in a place like this where there are a number of different targets that I can hit. I'll move to some random location, so I'm not just learning. Like, what I could do is just learn the exact pattern of these targets from muscle memory and just do them in this order every time. And then I'll learn absolutely nothing. But if I move around and do this drill from different places, so from here, aiming up to here might be muscle memory, but from here, aiming up to here is going to be completely different. And so I'll move around in different locations, and I might close my eyes and use the right stick to mix my camera up. And then first target I see, I snap to that and go for it. You can see there I overcorrected. And so I'm noticing that I'm overcorrecting and not firing anymore. I'm not going to go, oh, okay, and fix it like that, because that's a bad habit. That's going to make you stand and miss 10 shots without hitting a single one of them and let a flings a roller hit you with a vertical flick. So what I want to do, and maybe I'll do a few other warm-ups before I get to this phase of the drill, but if I start missing shots, I'm going to move and make sure that, so there, I missed my first 2 shots or so, and then I swim strafed over and started hitting them on this side. So getting in the habit where if I'm missing, I'm not staying there and continuing to miss. I'm moving around. This has not only the advantage that it's going to, not let your opponent draw a bead on you, but it also happens to be the easiest way to reset your aim RNG. So I'm gonna, stand here and fire and watch the corners of the aim here. You can see, relative to those 4 corners, these shots are jumping all over the place. But now that I've gone down into the ink, the first few shots I'm going to fire are going to be pretty darn accurate. So you can see I'm getting solid lines that are pretty much exactly where I'm trying to aim. So if you do this and you're just firing a few shots at a time, those shots are much, much more likely to hit exactly where you want them to, rather than if you stay there and try to be aiming like this the whole time. I'm going to do this and then aim over here. And you'll see if I'm, especially at longer range, the N-Zap is just a relatively accurate weapon anyway. But you can see there are some shots there that are missing. Whereas if I just shoot from here, okay, I guess there's a little bit of range coming into there. But you can kind of see what I'm getting at. It's a lot more pronounced with other weapons. So, if I show you with the 52 gal, for example, if I just stand here and keep firing shots like this, they might be on target. Or I might miss 4 shots before the next one hits. But if I swim strafe, the first, I think, 2 shots are always accurate. And then after that, you're on your own. So the idea with the 52 is just to hit 2 shots and strafe after that if you don't get the pick from that. So, going back to the game, we'll point out a number of other different cases where that comes into play, and we can talk about those individual situations as we go, but that's the underlying theory behind it. You need to move after you start missing shots so that you reset your aim RNG, so that your opponents can't draw a bead on you, so that they can't get on their aim on you faster. And also just in part so that you don't run out of ink. If you're just standing there and shooting repeatedly, you're a lot more likely to run out of ink that way. So let's keep going from here and change it away from slow-mo. All right, so the enemy team is going to get control of... Come on. The enemy team is going to get control of zones from that. It is a 3v2 situation for them, and they do a good job of focusing the zone and getting control of the objective. And then they're going to go for these fights. Your teammates go in. It looks like they get a pick here. Painting behind your spawn is probably the least important thing that you could be doing right now, I would say. Reason being, they need your paint up front. The paint behind your spawn, kind of think of that as an emergency reserve. Like, let's say you're getting spawn camped. That's when you would use the paint behind your spawn here. But if you're going to, if you've got plenty of space to move towards the zone, just go out and paint what's actually relevant for fights that are going to break out. Anticipate, like, where are we going to be fighting, and paint that up. Because the paint that you get from there is going to refresh. As soon as your opponents take control of that space again, you're going to be able to paint that again. It's a renewable resource. Whereas your opponents are almost likely never going to be painting behind your spawn. That you're only going to get to paint once during the game. And so you want to save it so that if you do end up in a lockout situation, you're able to paint for special from your spawn without having to, like, drop back in and risk dying before you have special. You're able to get your missiles, you're able to missile them and use that to help you break the lockout. So for now, you're going to be a lot more useful to your team actively painting. This is a term that Chara uses. You want to be painting what is relevant for fights so that you're not only helping yourself get special, but you're also actually helping your team have positional advantage when they try to take their own fights. Also, it just so happens that the objective involves painting in this mode. So, you could be getting special from painting that too. So it looks like you're just going for an instant missile. I would definitely be checking where my teammates are before launching missiles, because you want your teammates to be able to use these missiles. So for example, if I checked map and saw that these two players that I can kind of determine the position of, if I see that they're, like, positioning like they're about to push into mid together and meet in the middle, then definitely missile the people that they're rushing in at. That would be a great idea. But just popping missiles without, knowing what the situation is on the map right now, that's not going to help as much. A good team is going to just back up, let the missiles fall, and if there's no pressure that your team is putting on them while the missiles drop, then the missiles aren't going to do anything. It's like you can train C-rank players to dodge missiles. It's not the most difficult mechanical thing in the game unless something else is going on. Nobody thinks of flyfish in Salmon Run as one of the most dangerous enemies. But the thing is, because they're, so difficult and time-consuming to get rid of, and because there's always so much else going on the map, flyfish actually get more picks than anyone else with most players. And it's just because when there's pressure on, that's when it gets really difficult to deal with the missiles. With those missiles there, like, even if you swam forward and they fall on the corner or something instead, all that's really doing is giving you more stuff that you can paint for special in your base. The situation where you want to let the missiles all fall in one spot and then swim forward from there would be a situation where the place that they're landing is paint that you actually need to control. If, there's no way an opponent ever gets here anyway. So you can let the missiles fall here, and you can kind of rush into mid a little bit faster, especially since you've just put the team's push on a timer by launching missiles. They're going to want to go in with those missiles, and so you want to be with them as much as you can. Now, at this point, it might be a little too late, because your teammate here who was in the middle went down. You had one that was on the very far right, and I think one that was respawning. So you're not going to have a really strong push if you drop into mid right now. They're all up. You're 2 up. That bomb right there, if somebody's sharking underneath that, they're going to be immediately trying to shoot and get fall-off shots on you. So I might not even throw that bomb, but at least you're recognizing it's not super safe and you're dropping off. All right. And again, you know, firing from up here, that makes you a really big target. And I guess maybe if the auto bomb doesn't lock onto someone, then maybe that's a good way to determine that it's safe. But I don't think you're checking that. I think, like, you threw the bomb and it did actually lock onto someone. For all you know, there could be someone sharking to the bottom right of you, and you wouldn't know that. And then the roller just swings with a horizontal flick and you're dead. So I don't think you have the information to know that this is safe, even though it does end up being safe. And there are definitely situations where you'll be punished for that, especially in X rank. Okay, so you get some control in front here, which isn't too bad. It gives you a little bit of paint to work with. Your teammates don't really have a lot that they can do with this right now, because in order to access this piece of paint, they either have to come from exactly where you're standing, which the entire enemy team is now going to be watching, because you've made yourself about as conspicuous as you possibly can at this point, or they're going to have to paint through enemy ink to get there anyway. So they're not going to be able to use this very much. Maybe you paint this a little bit to get them to look over here or to get some special charge, but I'd be thinking to move more towards maybe court or dropping out on right, because these are typically safer staging grounds for pushes back onto the zone. For short-range weapons anyway. If you get a long-range weapon up here and they're not threatened, that can be a really dangerous spot for them. But for you, you're probably more at a disadvantage by standing up here than you are pushing in from, like, low ground. This is one of those few cases where it's like, high ground, yeah, it gives you an advantage if you can see your opponent and if you're in range to hit them, but, like, if there's like a short range weapon underneath this ledge, you won't see it, and so they're hitting you before you can hit them. So there's not really much. There's maybe like this area on this very thin arc right here of the map where you can use that height advantage well, but there could be someone top mid who's attacking you. There could be someone below who's attacking you. So this is a really exposed position, and I usually only like to see backliners taking it. More often, you want to group up with your fellow frontliners on either the left or the right and try to pinch in from opposite ends of the zone. Okay, so you get bombed there, and you do decide to move over to the left. Now, always, always, always map check if you're about to go around a blind corner. You would have seen that this guy had green ink around here. They did kind of give themselves away by painting in front here, but they easily could have just been sharking around the corner and picked you as you came around. You would not have had the information to know that they were there, and they probably could have picked you from that. So, solo missiling this one player, I don't feel like that's the best use of the special, because they're out of play for the time being. They are nowhere near the zone. So you're not really displacing them. The best you're going to get is one pick from this, which they don't necessarily need to give you. Like, they could let all the missiles drop and then just kind of use the cover back here and stall. And as long as they can stall you, they're still scoring. So I like the idea that you have here to throw an auto bomb along with that, because that means that they're much, much more likely to go out in this direction, and you're going to be able to cut them off. I would like to see you moving a little bit more proactively to cut them off at this point. If they had just painted their way out, they probably could have made it away from this in time. So, like, right here, once they get missiled, they could be running back this way, and they would probably get past you. They definitely would leave the missiles behind them, so it wouldn't be threatening them anymore, and it would just be a 1v1. That was probably their best bet besides jumping out here. But I would definitely also focus on trying to aim in front of them, because if they had moved better here, it looks like they're not painting their feet at all right now, and I don't know what's up with that. They could be like aiming at their feet and painting their feet and scooting their way back into mid, but instead they just kind of walk. And I'm not sure why they're doing that. What you want to be doing to prevent them from getting away is painting in front of them. In every situation, err on the side of leading your shots too far in front of them rather than too far behind them. I'll show you why really quickly in the training room here. Let's go over to the moving targets. So let's say I'm aiming at... gotta get my aim straight here. Let's say I'm aiming at this target. If I aim even like at it in some cases... Okay, middle target, get out of the way. If I aim even at it in some cases, shots fall and miss behind it. You saw I didn't get it right away with that. Actually, I think I did, and I'm just using a different weapon. There we go. So like you can see, on some of those shots, I actually had the crosshair, you know, the X lined up, but it wasn't hitting because by the time the shot reached it, it had moved past the shot. If I shoot behind it, nothing bad happens to them. They can keep moving, and I'm no closer to hitting shots. But if I aim and miss in front of them, their feet are painted. And while these targets won't show it, a squid in enemy ink would not move anywhere near as fast through my ink when I shot in front of them here. They would have to either aim at their feet and be ready for it and shoot their feet, which takes a little bit of extra time, or they would just kind of get forced up out of the ink and be walking slowly. Either way, if you aim just a little bit in front of them and then are able to correct, they'll be stuck in place in your ink, and then you'll be pre-firing them. You will already have the trigger held down, and you'll be in a position where they're stuck and you have your aim on. And that's a much more winnable fight. If you aim behind them, though, and you're missing in that direction, like you miss a couple of shots in this engagement, that's not actually stopping them from moving forward. So like here, we'll slow it down a little bit and go back a second. So you start off aiming in front of them, but then you swing over to the left and you overcorrect. So that shot misses, I think, to the left of them. And these shots miss to the left of them, and that's letting them move. If they get into this ink here and actually start swimming, that might throw your aim off enough that they're able to heal a little bit from being in the ink and then get shots on you and win the engagement. So there is a potential for you to get outplayed here because of the way that you're aiming at them. You're aiming behind instead of aiming in front of them. Definitely try to focus on that with the moving targets in particular, because you have to lead your aim on the moving targets a little bit in the training room just to be able to hit them at all. This is another case where standing still and shooting gets you into a lot of trouble. So you start missing shots right here. At this point, get away. The brush splats you faster if they get up on top of you. You do not win the fight, even if you get your aim on right now if they start swinging. And you miss a lot of shots before you start hitting them. And you can see you hit them twice and then they got you. So as soon as you start missing these shots here, this is, oh shoot, I don't know where they are. They probably have Ninja Squid because they're a brush. I don't think you've checked the map for me to be able to see that yet. Whether they have Ninja Squid or not, which that's another thing. You want to know those things. But let's say they have Ninja Squid. Well, I probably don't know where that guy is just based on this screenshot. So I'm just going to back up. The thing about a brush is that a brush cannot walk and shoot. It can't move forward while firing. If it's, you know, is pressing ZR, the most it can kind of do is jump forward really slowly. But if you just swim backwards, you'll get out of its range. And with the neutral ink brush, I believe there is a small butter zone where with the N-Zap, you'll have enough range to be shooting it while it can't shoot you. And you might be able to kite it. So definitely kite that weapon in particular, just because even if you're not going to hit your shots, you're going to get out of its range and it can't really follow you. It has to like go back down into the ink after it's stopped swinging. It has to maybe put the brush down and then run at you, and either way it's a lot more vulnerable, and it's better for it to just back up at that point. But because you stay in, you give it all the time that it wants to get close to you, and you go down. It's really important to know specific weapon matchups like that when you're taking fights. Knowing what the weapon is capable of and how its range matches up to yours is some of the most important information for you to have so that you can determine whether it's good to take a fight or not. For example, the decision about whether to take the fight with the roller earlier, I made based on the fact that it's a roller, that it one-shots, it has this much range, it has this fire rate. And you have to kind of play around those variables with your weapon, which has, you know, a different range, a different fire rate, a different amount of damage. The fight with the N-Zap earlier, you know, was fine in theory. You cut them off, and you splat just as fast as they do, so since you're in a superior position, you should win. But if you're trying to, you know, get up as close as you did to the roller, I would say that that was a bad play. If you're trying to get up that close to a 52 gal that has a wall up, I would say that's a bad idea. If you're trying to approach a squeezer from outside its range, you know, you've got to consider those things quickly to decide whether you're going to take the fight or not. And so what you really want to be doing is thinking ahead of time about all of your matchups against different weapons. Like, okay, if there is a Flingza in this game, how do I want to react to that? If there's a 52 gal in this game, how do I want to react to that if I end up in a fight against it? If there's a charger, how do I take that fight? And kind of come up with at least a little bit of a plan so that when you run into that, when one of them jump scares you, you're already making the decisions you need to make without having to be like, well, they seem to be at this range, oh, I'm dead. All right. So your team is able to retake zone. It looks like they've followed up to collapse on the ink brush after it got you. So that's a good trade back on their part. They do a great job of working together and coming at that brush from different angles. It also helps that they get the zone painted in the meantime, and so the brush runs out of any place they can hide. So the best that the brush can probably hope to do there is jump out, and they either don't go for that or don't get it done in time. Your teammates also collapse on someone who drops down over eager over drop. So now you're in a big advantage. All right, so we're coming over to the right side here. I would say this is a good place to come if you're going to try and push the zone, because it forces them on the zone to turn around and deal with you. In this situation, you've got a whole bunch of paint on the zone in mid, and like you probably could just go in through mid and be pushing them out in this direction. Instead of having to like drop over into enemy ink, you could work from your own ink and push your way in that way. I feel like this might be a decision that you're making without considering the state of the game, without considering you do have control and you do have 2 down. It feels like you're just thinking, oh, well, flanking right is generally a good thing to do on this map. And really, I would say it's best if you're retaking. Because if you drop down here and there's someone watching you, you're prevented from moving to the zone at all. You're basically in the reverse of the situation that player you splatted earlier was in, where they don't really have an escape route. If someone's here watching me in this direction, I'm just kind of locked out. They could just go to the zone if they want to, and, you know, sure, you could follow along behind them, but if them rushing to the zone gives them a 2v1 that they can take against your teammate before you get there, you still lose that fight. And you'll probably have to paint a lot of this to be able to get there safely anyway. So it'll take you a little while. They could force an uneven fight if you're zoned out in this area, or they could just pick you. Dropping here without any paint at all at your feet super dangerous. I would never recommend doing that. They know exactly where you are. You're in this like one little rectangle of ink right here. And if they want to deal with you, if they're in a position to do that, there's not really much of a place you can go to get away. Your teammates are too far away to help. You're in a sea of green ink, and you've dropped over a ledge, so you can't go backwards the way you came. Also, you've painted around this blind corner, like you've shot paint that they will be able to see if they're in court. So even though you're behind this wall, they know exactly where you are because you've painted there and alerted them. So I would have taken some more time and painted this out if I'm going to try and drop here. Really, what I'd want to do in the first place was drop into mid and then push this direction from there. And that way I'm with my teammates. That way I'm not out of play. Like, let's say your team loses a fight here in mid. If you're in mid with them, you can help them in that fight, and they're less likely to lose it. But if you're out here and they get 4v3'd, well, there's just not a lot you can do, and you're going to lose the zone for that. So you do pop missiles. There was a little bit of a fight already, so I'm not sure how much of an impact the missiles are going to have at this point. You've got the one guy here who's just going to run away, and then there's one more person on zone, which your teammates were able to get there. Okay. So the missiles might have helped with that one guy on zone. Otherwise, they didn't get you an awful lot towards controlling the objective that you didn't already have. What you want to be doing is looking for the situation where a critical fight is about to happen and anticipating that fight by about a second or two by popping missiles right before it's about to happen. So if you're noticing, okay, the enemy team is holding back, but they all have specials now, there's no reason for them to wait. Now is the time they're probably going to be rushing in. Now is when I need to be ready and I need to be giving myself an advantage. And so that's when I'm going to pop it. If, you know, your team is collapsing on a couple of enemies that are on zone, that would be a time to pop the missiles at them. But you're firing it there, and I don't think you're paying much heed to what that's actually going to accomplish for your team at that time. Good job spotting the sprinkler and getting rid of that. I don't know how much warning you really have about this guy who I don't know if they drop down or if they come around here. One of the advantages, I think, of coming through mid would have been that you would be looking in the direction that he's likely to come from instead of looking backwards when you come to zone. So that's one possible thing that I could say about it. But let's say this guy sneaks up on you. You know, that happens sometimes. From here, they've been shooting at you for longer than you've been shooting at them, so they've got their aim on better. I would not trust myself to snap to them faster. Now, they do miss a couple of shots here, but they get their shots on pretty quickly because they're already anticipating where you're about to go. You need to move at this point. You, once again, go from shooting one thing right here. Okay, you do actually back up a little bit. So never mind, you're not actually going straight from shooting the sprinkler to shooting this player, like without swim strafing. But you do swim strafe once, and then you don't swim strafe a second time once they start getting their aim on. In this kind of situation, if I've been swimming for that long, they know the trajectory I'm going on, and people's brains are very good at anticipating, like, if they see an object falling, they're going to be able to spot where that object is going to fall if they're given too long to notice it. In this case, you know, this player is seeing you're going in this straight line. They know they just have to shoot at this part of the straight line and they're going to hit you. So if you've been swimming for that long, maybe get a few shots off if you're hitting them, but you're clearly not. So swim strafe back to the right. You've got the orange ink here to do it with. They're going to swing past you and miss, and then you have a chance to get your aim on again. They're able to get you, they're able to neutralize and cap eventually. Because one more of your teammates goes down, and then they clean up another teammate of yours. From here, I want to be doing one of two things. I either want to be... I either want to be keeping myself completely secret, which you end up doing, or I want to just start painting this green. And I'm thinking you probably just want to start painting this green. Because let's say you start painting this stuff on the left. That's going to give you and your teammates a better way out because the path is wider and it's less easy to cut off for opponents. It's going to get you special, and let's say they start painting back over it again. Well, that means you just get more special charge, because you can paint safely from within that choke point behind you and be getting special. If you try pushing the zone right now, you're at a numbers disadvantage. One of your teammates is respawning, one of them is still splatted. There's no way you win a fight if they all just rush you right now. And, you know, what they probably should be doing is sending one more person with this guy to pinch you here. Like this fight here, they should have help with it, and they should just pinch you and get rid of you and keep you staggered. And they actually do come in and bring help. That 1-for-1 trade has not gotten your team any closer to being able to cap the zone. You're down now. This teammate is still respawning. It's still just like a 2v2, and that's putting them, you know, in the status quo. That's maintaining the zone control that they have. Looks like your team has kind of swept in the middle in the meantime, so that actually might allow them to get the zone here. Let me look at the numbers here, because I thought we lost the fight earlier. So we're definitely 2 down right now. Then what happens? So you get that 1 pick and it gets traded back right away. So it's a 3v3. But then your teammate gets a pick there, and this other player is out of position. Okay, so your teammates make a really good play here, noticing that there's a fight going on up top, and they're like, oh, well, that means fewer people are guarding zone. It's a 3v2, and they just rush in and cap the zone. And they're able to clean the one other person out of there, and they only have to worry about this one player on the left while these 2 guys gang up on the other one. So they're playing this really well based on the situation they've been given. At this point, yeah, like, you know, dropping off of a ledge can be risky and you don't have a lot of ink, but you're really far away from the action right now. You know, there is definitely a fight happening well in front of you. And if you get your ink while you're swimming up to it, instead of getting your ink here and then swimming, you might actually play a role in it. As it is, you're relying on your teammates to take that fight on your behalf, basically. Like, even if you don't want to be a part of the fight, you could be painting their feet for them. You could be, you know, giving them that positional advantage. You could be throwing bombs to pressure the opponents back. But from the ledge there, you're so far back that you're not going to get anything done. And seeing that you had all of this orange paint in front of you, you know, a quick map check could have shown you that there's not going to be a roller sharking underneath this. You can move forward and start taking a little bit more advanced of a position so that you have an impact on the game faster. It feels like you are using special whenever you get special. You're just seeing, okay, I have special charge, time to use it now. I would recommend against that. I know that people are, you know, all talking about the missiles meta and how, like, oh my god, you got 14 missiles in this game. If, you know, 3 out of the 4 uses of missiles aren't helping an awful lot, I'd rather my teammate use fewer missiles. I'd rather my teammate use the missiles when they're going to disrupt an enemy position that lets us win a fight. I'd rather people use it to get vision when we don't know where many people are and map checking isn't resulting in much. But I'd rather you be waiting and thinking before popping this instead of just saying, oh, I've got it, time to use it. Unless your plan from the very beginning was, I'm going to paint up until the point where I get missiles, and then I'm going to initiate this push by using the missiles. Right now, the goal should be to cap this zone, I would say, before we try to initiate a push, per se. We still don't have the zone. Now we do, but by the time you've made the decision to pop the missiles, we don't yet. So here's another situation where you're not respecting the brush. You get a couple of shots, and then you lose track of it. Now, you don't know exactly where the brush is in this sea of green ink. They might be heading behind this wall, they might be heading off to the left, they might be behind this brick here. You throw the bomb to give yourself the information, but by the time the bomb has given you anything to work with, you're already in their range. You've already given them an easier fight. Throw the bomb first, see where it's going, and then cut off where they're going with your paint. You don't necessarily need to paint all of this orange for it to be safe, but see what direction the autobomb is moving in before you advance and surround yourself on 3 sides with enemy ink. You don't know which direction you're supposed to be looking right now. And they baited a little bit. You know, they get the autobomb to blow up over here, and then they pop up on this side. And from this range, they just win the fight. There's not really an awful lot you can do. So what you needed to do here was they're off the zone. You have the zone capped. You also have missiles on you, so you need to be careful about, you know, taking an engagement because it's going to cut off your escape route if you move too far forward. Well, okay, maybe not because you've got the grates above you, so that's going to help you out here. But you don't need to push this guy. This guy needs to push you because his team does not have control of the zone and you do. So you can take a second to throw this bomb, wait to see where it goes so that you know where on the map is safe. And then in the meantime, once you know, okay, they're not right on top of me, you can paint up a little bit of this stuff around you to give yourself a better escape route. You can start kind of painting up and cutting off their escape. You can take it slow, stall this player out, and keep them off the zone for longer rather than rushing in and risking just going down right away. Because now, you know, if you win this fight, this guy doesn't get to use his armor. But now your team is 1 down and the enemy team has armor. This is a perfect time for them to push armor. This is a perfect time because they have the numbers advantage, and now they can create even more of an advantage by giving themselves armor. Now everyone on their team should just rush the zone, and they get another pick. They get the zone capped. Your teammate is left out to dry over here with, you know, no support. And they used to have paint over there, but now they're kind of alone. And you still don't have control of your court. That's another thing. If you had paused for a second to paint up in your court, not only would you have, you know, controlled where your opponent can go, but you'd be able to get out here faster. That's just... So, as soon as you don't have an escape route here, that's your #1 priority. Get an escape route. You've been hit first and you haven't hit them yet. They have the advantage in the fight. You don't want to take the fight. They have the movement advantage because they have all the green paint around them and you don't have your color ink around you. At this point, you really just need to be, like, backing away as quickly as you possibly can. And jumping is not going to get you very far away from a bomb, because a bomb still explodes upwards as well. Okay, so now enemy team is scoring. Your team is split again. What happens here? So the brush goes down at this point. So now you're 2 down. They've popped missiles on your teammates. One of them is over here, and one of them is over here. So these two can't help each other. This is a really unfortunate situation, and it feels like one where you could very easily lose the lead. But let's see how it plays out. So your teammate drops, which is insane, unless they saw something I didn't. It looks like... So you've got one person who's pushing in. It looks like there's like a trade in mid. But they just don't pay enough attention to you guys capping the zone. They could have stopped that. They really could have just collapsed back on the zone and splatted the, like, one person who was painting it. So I think you kind of luck out here. I wouldn't say that this was, like, a good play from your teammates, just that it happened to work out because the opponents misplayed on the defense. Got a little too greedy, tried to push into your base a little too much. That was a good pick. So you spot, you know, okay, they're shooting in this direction, which means they're going to be shooting over here. So you whip your aim over to this side and you're cutting them off. So here, you know, you're painting where you know they're about to be. And so that's going to stop, you know, cut their feet off. Or not cut their feet off. It's going to cut their, cut them off from their color ink, paint their feet. So where they used to have a bunch of green ink, you now notice they have a bunch of orange ink. And so you know they can't move very far. You just move in for the splat. You miss a few shots here, which would have been a little bit concerning against a player with really good aim, but you're able to cut them off and get the job done. So good job, and you go straight to mid from there. I like this. I like that you're moving up to move where you see your teammate is, and you're going to try and help them out. That'll help zone out that opponent. I don't think that painting... So one of the things about painting this is, like, yeah, there's some green ink behind here, and you could be painting that, but all of the ink on the zone is already orange. So the only paint that you're putting down is at the very far end of your range, and you're not going to be painting for special as quickly that way. If you had kept focusing on where your teammate was and been painting for them, you'd have a lot more control that way. What's up, Avery?
I was just people are talking about getting their feet cut off in the this stream went a little got a little dark a little quick.
Okay, if there's any map mode to get your feet poked at, it's this one.
Anyway, we're gonna move on from that.
That's what I was saying. I was gonna say like I'll take ankles, but feet. I don't know
Yeah,
about
Oh,
That's one of those things
Yeah.
where
Ankles.
Break your ankles.
there every now and then as a teacher, you're in class and your job is to be saying things for hours and hours every day. Occasionally something slips out of your mouth and you're like, man, I'm gonna get memed on now.
This
And
is
you
the
try to
way.
move on every time. You try to just keep talking about what you were talking about. It's going to happen to you anyway. There's no avoiding it. You've just accidentally ruined class for the next minute, and there's nothing you can do.
Oh.
Anyway. If you'd been up there with your teammate, much lower chance that they go down, or at least go down without you trading back. But now you're left in numbers disadvantage. So there, you were a lot closer to the correct idea with fighting a brush. Part of this is like they're on the grates, and so they can't move as fast as you can. But part of it is also that they are a brush, and therefore they can't move forward while swinging at you. And you take advantage of this really well. You're firing shots at them, and here, as soon as they put the brush down, you need to expect they're going to run somewhere. So here you're aiming behind them, and that's something to be working on. But once you do get your aim on, you're able to get them down pretty quick, and you can see that they're missing, and that's because they're out of range. You can just kite that weapon. So you played that pretty darn well according to the weapon matchup. It's just a matter of, getting some mechanics stuff down to be able to play that, perfectly. Let's see. So now, in this position, we've just seen this come up here, which means someone is nearby enough to have thrown that. So you know there's someone to your bottom left, and you also know that there's someone to your right. You also know that the entire area around the zone is painted green. You've got this whole perimeter here. So this is starting to get uncomfortable. I'd be looking for, where are my teammates pushing? Where can I find help? And it might be that you actually want to walk backwards onto the grates here so that this guy can't hit you and this guy who's on the left somewhere can't hit you. What ends up happening is you drop here and your teammate drops here, and so you're safe for now because your teammate's coming to help you. You didn't know that they were going to drop. You didn't check map or anything. You didn't know this guy was here. You kind of got lucky that they came to help in this position. And then you also split off from that teammate. What I would want to be doing, especially since they're still shooting, and since I don't think we've seen someone go down yet, let me check and make sure that that's correct. Yeah, so we haven't seen anyone go down until just there, until you're already committed to going all the way around. If you just leave your teammate here, that's a 1v1 for a pretty long time, and you're depending on your teammate to win it. If maybe, though, you stayed up top or went back up over the wall and shot down at them, you might have a better chance of trading that back if it doesn't go your teammate's way. So I wouldn't have abandoned that fight. I would have stayed in it, but tried to take an off angle instead. Now they do end up getting the pick there. Now you've thrown a bomb. You know your teammate is coming from this direction, so you're trying to apply pressure from here, which is great. There's only 2 of them you have to be worried about, and one of them just shot missiles at you. You throw this bomb at them. Now, with you solo missiled, you have a ticking timer where at a certain point you're going to need to move and you're going to be taken out of a fight. So at this point, I would say hope that you've done enough by throwing this bomb and run away rather than trying to engage while you have missiles on you. Because you get displaced so far by being solo missiled, it's worth it to just keep yourself alive and focus your own survival here. Now, the other thing is that you've already thrown a bomb, so you're going to be a little bit low on ink already, and when you shoot that many shots, you run out. So, you know, you can see how much ink you have. You're just at enough to throw a bomb right now. You shouldn't expect to have much more at this point. And as soon as you run out, you do have a good reaction there, but you're very close to this guy being able to pick you. What was that weapon that was shooting at you? Oh, they're missing because they're jumping. I feel like if they just stop and aim, they might win this fight here, because you're firing a lot before you get your shots on. Against a higher level X rank player, I would expect them to actually beat me in that fight. Jumping probably didn't help them, both in terms of their aim RNG and also just in terms of being able to keep their reticle positioned well. But, alright, so you make your way out and you get that pick. And then you pop missiles right away. This isn't a bad time, I guess. They are 2 down, and you have a numbers advantage and the zone, but you're so close to KOing at this point. That is a really weird frame of the... What are we at? 7? Okay, so that was 12 that we were looking at. The numbers are really weird and distorted from this angle. Since it's so close to the game being over, you might as well just unload it now that you know that the area around you is clear and you're safe. You might as well just make it even that much more difficult for them to push to the zone. So I don't disagree with those missiles, and I definitely don't disagree with those missiles now. Someone decides to drop into mid, which I guess they kind of have to since time is running out. But then this teammate of theirs runs the missiles into them, and so you just catch them in place right there. That's a great set play. It's really good that you noticed what direction these players were forced to run so that you could cut them off. That's a good way to play around missiles, to anticipate these are going to force you here, therefore I'm going to shoot at that spot, and we're going to catch you before you can get there. And it ends up paying off double, because one of them drops down at a bad time, and that's going to be the game from there. Your entire team is up. They have no time to paint the zone, and that's it.
Let's go. Oh my god, what a...
And then you pop off.
Yeah.
So, by far the biggest thing that I would say for you is to work on your aim and combat movement. There were obviously some decision-making things we talked about there, and remember that the decision-making is only as good as the information that you're working with, and you're not collecting nearly enough information here. You're not, getting information from your map at all in that match, as far as I remember. That was something we talked about before, so I won't belabor that point, but so that's one thing to work on. But the other big thing would be, before you start playing, I would always do a few drills. It's, granted, for people who are playing casually, you don't have to do drills. You don't have to have good aim. It's fine, but you can play the game however you want. But you're on a competitive team now. You're on a team that is expecting you to be trying to improve. And so the way to do that will be to get into the training room and work on aim drills, on moving when you miss, and on making sure to cut out some bad habits like walking and shooting. So to address a lot of those at once, here are the drills that I do, and I've talked about these on other streams before, so this might not be new for some of you, but what I do is, again, I'll start off the target, snap to the target. I missed there, so I won't keep shooting, and I'll keep doing this sort of thing, where I start off the target and then just get my reticle to the target. So I am happier with this because I undershot and I can always just rotate a little bit further to get there. I'm less happy if I'm overshooting past someone like this, because then I'm going to get into a habit I call wave aiming, which is where you're kind of doing this and just hoping that the shot in the middle ends up getting them. Much less efficient than just making sure you're directly on the target, which I wasn't there. My aim is not warmed up perfectly, but... So your goal is get to target, keep reticle on target once it's there, don't curve around it, don't go past it and then come back again. Just go straight line to the target. I talk about this in a number of the how to get out of rank videos. And then you can start with not firing at all and then move to firing afterwards, because that adds another element. That element is, I don't want to be like shooting until I get there. I want to be getting my reticle there and then shooting, so that the only shots I'm firing are accurate, and so that I'm not alerting my opponent that I'm about to be shooting at them. So that was almost pretty good there. Missed a shot on the last one and didn't move, but otherwise pretty good. Then once I've kind of gotten into a rhythm there, and that might take a few minutes, you might, you know, not be happy with it until you've done that for a little bit and seen a little bit of improvement. Then what you want to do is come over to the moving targets and do the same thing. Just kind of do this from standing still. You're going to, you know, close your eyes, mix it up, do whatever you got to do, and then you're going to snap to it. And you're only going to fire shots once those shots are going to hit. And you're not going to keep firing if you're missing more than like one shot. So you can do those for a while, and then I usually, you can just layer this next piece on top of everything I've already said, but I usually like to do it one at a time. The next layer is, if I start missing, I move. So there I missed, and I moved right away. There I missed, I moved right away. I'm not going to take a fight unless I already have my aim on. And that'll force you, and you know, even sometimes I'm hitting them and then I'm moving. That's still better than not being hitting them and not moving. So anytime that I miss, I'm going to be trying to remember to get someplace else. And over time, when you combine all of these, you'll start to be able to just laser the targets down really efficiently, and it'll start to look pretty cool. So my aim is starting to warm up there. I almost got the last shot on that one. And then you go and do the same thing in the moving targets. So again, if I'm missing, I'm going to move. And I'm not going to, you know, stay in that position if I'm missing my shots. Here is a fight I would probably have already lost, but I don't know, maybe if they're moving away from me or something, I can find cover or something like that. Still useful, you know, even if you feel like the fight is unwinnable, just keep moving anyway. Maybe you make them miss some shots, maybe you stall long enough that a teammate helps you that you didn't see coming. Maybe you're able to get behind cover and now you're able to swing things, you know. Just keep moving, just keep swimming. Do the dory until you're getting into a position where the fight is winnable again. So, hopefully that gives you a little bit better of an idea. Do you have any questions for me based on how the VOD review went, or like anything that you would like my input on?
No, you hit all the points that I was really hoping you would hit on, which is fantastic. There are even some things that I like at watching my own replay, I was like, oh, I could have done that better. Like, you hit on things that I didn't even think of checking for, which is awesome. If I were to show you the notes, you would think I was in a class, which is awesome. Because I definitely took multiple pages of notes here of things to work on. So I want to say thank you for that for sure.
Awesome. Hikami, I see you have a question in chat. What is your question? And then Bab has asked, what's your favorite pudding? Probably vanilla. So you're saying I can't just throw my storm to block a path immediately as soon as I get it. Well, no, because storm takes like 2 seconds or 3 seconds to activate. Like, you have to pop it, and then you have to throw it, and then it has to go boom, and then the rain starts coming out. It's a very slow special to activate. It's really more of a macro strategic special than that. Pudding, oh my god. I despise what Bab has done to me. Okay.
No, you've been bamboozled.
Anyway. Yeah.
Absolutely
You know,
destroyed.
I
Such
could have
is life.
unmuted and said don't do it, but you know,
Mhm.
Trail.
you gotta learn somehow, right?
Yeah, you know, you learn one of them, and then you're inoculated against it. You know, I've gotten my vaccine to saying the word pudding. All right, someone getting suspended from Squid School, detention for Bab. All right, so that is probably going to do it for us for today. We have run right up against time here. So a couple of quick things to rep while we're here. I want to... okay, come on. Need to get out of studio mode so that I can change this slideshow. There it is. And we pause. Cool. So, Squid School was today, obviously. Warzone Wednesday going to be tomorrow. So we'll be able to see Rosebud both on YouTube and on Twitch as before. We've also got a couple of tournaments coming up this weekend. So on Thursday, we have West Virginia Northern Community College Rocket League. So we'll be showing that. And on Saturday, we have the Sadie Hawkins Smash Doubles Tournament. If you are interested in joining that, I will drop a link really quickly into the chat here so that you can join in. The way that that works is in order to participate, you need to either be a woman or be invited to the team by one. So Sadie Hawkins, it's like a turnabout was something that we called it at our high school. So there it is. It should be in both chats. If you're interested in checking that out, go and click that link and maybe figure out how to ask a certain someone for Valentine's Day. Hey, you want to just stay home and play video games with me? Yeah, sounds
Or
good.
just a good friend.
Or just a good friend too. That's fine.
Yeah.
Find
So
a
like
partner
I
and
said, you
fight.
must either be a woman or be invited by a woman. That does not preclude pairs of women from competing together. Yeah, just go if you're not a lady, go find a lady who wants to play Super Smash Brothers and see if she would like to participate with you.
Come potentially fight me.
Yeah. Debbie's like, fight me, maybe.
Do it. Do it.
Possibly.
Bet you won't.
All things considered,
bet you
it
won't.
depends, but can you do a class on abilities? That wouldn't be a bad idea. There's a lot to talk about there. Like
For a video. Idea?
one thing I would direct you to, if you're looking for more resources on that, is a user named ProChara, who does tier lists of those kinds of things. They do tier lists on like sub weapons, on specials, on abilities, gear abilities. He's done I think one on the current patch that's still on his channel there. So that would be a really good resource. Chara is a 2600 plus high level competitive player. Has been on teams that were top 2 or top 3 in North America. So a very good resource there if you're interested in checking that out. So there might be answers to your question there, but I would also be happy to talk about them to an extent. The thing about abilities, though, is that they're very, very weapon specific, which ones you want. Like, even between the K-Shot and the T-Tech, which are very, very similar weapons, I'm running very different gear between them because there are different things I'm trying to accomplish with that gear. So, does depend, but also anytime you have individual questions about them, I would be happy to talk about that stuff. I guess we could do a sort of thing where instead of the league segments at the beginning, I just do a lecture on that stuff, and then we go into the VOD review after that, I guess, if that's something people would want. There's not going to be a lot of gameplay on the stream if we do something like that, but it's a possibility. If you're interested, I would definitely say, like, let us know in the Discord server. So we'll see, because these conversations in the chat are going to die out, but if you want to, actually read the room and see if people are interested in that, I would go here. So that'll definitely show up on Twitch, and then I'm just going to copy and paste the link into YouTube here for the YouTube viewers. This Discord is the Bravous community Discord. This is where I post announcements about this show. This is where people will kind of hang around and talk about things like Splatoon and other games too. Smash, Pokemon is really hype right now. There is an art channel that is always pretty, pretty active. So lots of stuff to check out there, but the main thing there would be just like see if that's something people would be interested in, and if there's a good number of people who want that sort of thing, I'd be happy to run a stream like it.
Cool.
Lasted for, yeah, I think it's probably for the best that one died. So with that being said, we are gonna sign off for the night. Thank you everybody, and we'll hope to see you not only at all of those events that are coming up this week, but next week on Tuesday. I believe next week we are going to be VOD reviewing the Grillers, the competitive team. Devi asked for us to take a look and give my input on what's going on in the macro and everything. That's a team I used to play for. So that should be an interesting challenge, and that there will probably be some questions there that even I don't really know the answers to.
We recently got a new Slayer, so we kind of want to get an extra opinion on how that's working out from a top-down view. So
yeah, sure thing. So any feedback that you guys want to give on that would also be valuable to them, because mine is not the only opinion that matters, nor is it the best opinion in every case. All right, see you later. Thanks for being here, everybody,
Bye, everybody.
and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.